Yo, what's up everybody? Now at the time of me recording this video, the Black Ops 6 beta has just ended, and that's something I'm really sad about because I really enjoyed the beta. But unfortunately, we back here on MW3. Well, I actually really enjoy MW3 a lot. But in this video, I wanted to rank every single Black Ops 6 beta operator from worst to best. Now, the good thing about the operators in Black Ops 6 is that most of them have their own personality and their own characteristics, which is a good thing. You know, like, you want all the operators to feel distinct and unique from one another. And that's one thing Black Ops 6 has got right so far. Like, I'm really enjoying the selection of operators in the beta, and I really can't wait to see which ones we get in the full game. But without further ado, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or if you enjoyed my ranking. You know, I'm obviously gonna be biased towards like my favorite operators and or whatnot. So our list or our ranking may be different. But leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, let's rank these operators. Now, coming in last place, the worst operator in this game. Well, I don't want to say worst operator because there is no bad operators in this game, but you know, somebody got to be in last place. So coming in last place, we got my boy Toro. And man, I'm not even gonna lie, this dude just looks so plain and basic. And you know, he got the little face paint on, he got the paint on his arms, but he really does just look so basic, nothing stand out about him as opposed to all the other operators. He's sorry to all the Toro fans out there, but man, he got his little hat on. Like, I mean, there ain't nothing really wrong with him. He's just a little too basic for my liking, and I would honestly like pick any other operator on this list before I play as him. But yeah, Toro, last place. Sorry to all the Toro fans out there, but coming up next, we got my boy Kane, who was coincidentally standing right next to Toro. It's like these two both knew that they was about to be second and last place on the list. And now Kane, he kind of in the same ballpark as Toro, where he's just like way too basic and it's like nothing stand out about him. You know, his color scheme's just pretty meh. And you know, some people might like Kane, they might vibe with him, but me personally, he's just, like I said about Toro, he's just a little too basic for my liking. You know, nothing really stand out about him. You know, heard a couple of his voice lines, don't sound too bad, I guess, but you really don't see him too much in the beta. You saw him a couple times, but you know, it's just better operators out there to choose from. Like Toro and Kane, they're both like the two most basic operators, and every other operator on this list has way more personality, and I feel like every operator on this list has way more character, and you know, people vibe with these other operators more than Kane, and I'm one of those people. But no hate to Kane, no hate to Toro, but somebody had to fill up the last two spots. Now coming up next, sorry if I pronounce his name wrong, but coming up next we got my boy Nazir, or I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I actually mess with this dude heavy. You know, he actually pretty cool. You know, he got a little drip to him. You know, he's saying like he's a tech guy or the tech expert. You know, he got the little laptop. But yeah, I actually do mess with this dude a lot. I actually mess with his drip. He got the jacket. He actually has, you know, like his operator that actually feels more alive than the other two on the list so far, because just off rip, when you go look at him, his select animation, he has the little laptop or whatever it is in his hand. I'm not really sure. So off the first glance, you kind of get an idea of what kind of operator he is, and you know, he obviously gonna appeal to people who are like tech experts, you know, and that's something that's really cool about him. You know, he gonna obviously have this group of people who select him, and I personally didn't use him in the beta, but he was actually a really cool operator. I saw him a few times in game, you know, on my team, and definitely saw him way more than I saw Toro and Kane. But yeah, Nazir, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but he is a cool operator. I mess with him, so W to him, W operator in my opinion. Now next up we got my boy Marshall. Now I mess with this operator for a number of reasons. Now first, he got that ice on his neck and on his wrist, which is a W. Now second, he got the little shoulder tat with the skull. I see him, it kind of look like a Prestige logo, I ain't even gonna lie. Third, he got the nice beard trim, a nice haircut, nice chop, you already know. Fourth, he got some foul voice lines, I ain't even gonna lie. Like when you shoot him as a team, he be like, take the gun at your ass and pull the trigger or something like that. I think that's a pretty funny voice line. But Marshall, I really do mess with him. Dude, like one of the only black people on the roster so far. But he got the bulletproof vest on, you know, he chill. And one of the main reasons I like this dude is because he doesn't have the traditional haircut that they like giving all black characters nowadays. Y'all know the Killmonger cut, the dread fade, whatever that is. They think every black character needs to have their hairstyle nowadays, and that's not true. Like this dude, he got the hot top fade, you know, he's switching it up, you know. It's the 90s too, so this dude, like he really got it on. But I'm so happy they didn't give him the traditional cut, the Killmonger cut, because I can name so many black characters nowadays that have the exact same cut as Killmonger. Like Miles Morales, he got that cut. Ed from Tekken, I think his name Ed from Tekken, he got that same cut. You know, Killmonger, he just started like a generational wave of hairstyles for black people apparently, but now Marshall, he not rocking with it, and I mess with him for this. So Marshall, W operator, I really do mess with him, really cool. And now coming up next, we got our first woman on the list, and this is going to be West Point. Now I like West Point. She is really cool. I like her jacket, I like her hood, I like the fact that she has the hood on. It just makes her that much more cool. And I like the design on her jacket too. She got a fresh name too, like West Point. Like that's a fresh operating name. I ain't even gonna lie. Her design, her overall design is such a standout, and it brings me back to my point way early in the video on how all operators in this game have their own like distinct, unique, you know, like design, you know. And West Point, she is like a perfect example because she stands out pretty well for most of these operators, and that is a very good thing. Can't wait to see what skin she get in the future when the game drops. Her voice line's actually pretty cool. She actually seems kind of mean, because if you're on your team and you shoot her, she be like, shoot me again, I fucking dare you. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Like, dang, it was an accident. But West Point, pretty cool operator. I really do like her a lot. Also, her select screen animation is actually her doing pull-ups, and that just makes her even more cool in my opinion. Like, she's doing pull-ups and then she walk up to the screen and she carrying a big ass LMG. Like, I mess with her. She cool, very cool operator. Now coming up next, we got my boy Bayan. Now I've seen a lot of people gravitate towards this dude, and that's completely understandable because this dude might have the best drip out of everybody in this entire beta. Like, he got the shiesty mask on, like he got the nice coat, he got the chain, he got the snake tattoo on his hand, and he just all around just a very appealing operator. And that's something that you always want to have when you select an operator. Like, you at least want him to look cool or like somewhat cool. And this dude, Bayan, does an amazing job at that. And that's pretty much all I got to say about him. Like, he just really dripped out. You know, he got that shit on or whatnot. But yeah, Bayan, pretty cool. Really don't got much else to say about him. And yeah. Now next up, we got my boy Stone, and this dude right here, he a OG from 2020. He been having aura since 2020 when he was first introduced in Cold War. It's like, but in Cold War, he didn't have no hood on, but he threw the hood on. They gave him like 50 more aura points. But it's like the image of a toothpick changes everything, you know, because, you know, he really just got that shit on. He got the drip. He always had the drip on since Cold War. And in his select screen animation, he literally pull up on a motorcycle. Like, it's one of the best select screen animations. Like, yeah, he got a nice voice. He cool as hell. Like, Stone, he always been cool. Really don't got much to say about him. This dude is literally just aura. I know a lot of people really do vibe with Stone too. A lot of people been vibing with Stone since Cold War. He actually has some cool skins in Cold War too, so you know I'm curious to see what they do with the skins in this game for him. But yeah, Stone, you know, he got aura, always did. Really don't got much to say. And yeah, now next up we got my girl Bailey, and I mess with Bailey so much. Like, you know, she a blonde woman, you know, she got nice eyes, she got nice hair, nice voice, you know, nice everything. I love her color scheme, the light blue, it fits her really well. I like her mask. I'm curious to see what she look like without the mask. I'm sure she fine, but judging off the eyes, she seems like she is. Yeah, I like Bailey, you know. Pretty cool operator. I see her occasionally. I see a lot of sweats using her, but it's kind of obvious why, but she got some cool voice lines. Like I said, she got a nice voice. I really do mess with her. And I personally didn't use her in the beta, but if I had to choose one person to use in the beta from the bad side, she would probably be the one I would use if I wasn't already using Brutus. But yeah, I like Bailey. I'm curious to see what skins she get in the future, because who doesn't love, you know, a blonde woman? Like, man, she pretty cool. Now we have officially reached the top 4 operators, and coincidentally enough, they are all the Vault Edition operators. So coming in the 4th place, we got the one and only Russell Adler. And this dude quickly became one of the coolest protagonists in Call of Duty when he first debuted in Cold War. Like, Adler, he may have had us brainwashed and stuff in Cold War, but like he always said, we had a job to do, and like it literally get PTSD with that line. He had us going through some psychological stuff at the end of the Cold War campaign. It was just all crazy. Like, he had us experimenting on and everything. But like I said, well, like he used to always say, we have a job to do. But I'm so curious to see how or what he does in Black Ops 6. Because from the trailers and the one campaign mission we seen, it look like he finna get himself into a lot. Like, I seen some stuff about him saying that Adler actually betrayed the US or some stuff, but like he went rogue. I don't know, we're gonna have to find out in the campaign, but judging off his design in this game from the Vault Edition, I really like it. I mess with the mask. I like the little armor he got on. It's fits him pretty well. I like how he got his sunglasses around his neck too. Like, you know, he can't go anywhere without his sunglasses. That's just Adler tradition right there. But you know, he pretty cool operator, pretty cool character in general. I can't wait to see what he does in this game. But yeah, Adler, amazing operator and amazing character in general. Now next up, we got my boy Klaus, and Klaus might be one of the greatest operators in Call of Duty history simply based on his voice lines alone. Like, Klaus, he literally got some of the funniest voice lines. Like, I'll just be playing the game, like, and I randomly hear his voice lines and I randomly start laughing because it's just some off the wall stuff that he would say, and it's just always funny. Now, if you don't know Klaus, Klaus was first introduced in Cold War. He was in like the second DLC map for Cold War Zombies. You had to find the parts to build them, and he would help you like be on your side, like the Civil Protector from Shadows of Evil. You could also upgrade him too and give him different outfits, which I hope they add his outfits from Cold War into this game. That would be hilarious, because he had a outfit where he had like a rock star. It was like punk outfit, you know, had the pink mohawk. He looked cool. Like, Klaus, he had this shit on, I ain't even gonna lie. But yeah, Klaus, Like, I can't wait to. I'm so happy they put him in this game as one of the Valediction operators because he was so unexpected, and the fact that he has full voice lines is crazy. And using him in zombies is gonna be even funnier because like he was first introduced in zombies and killing zombies, so it ain't gonna be nothing new to him when you use him in zombies. But yeah, Klaus, very, very good operator. Very, very happy to see him back in this game. Like, he very much deserves a spot on the operator select. But yeah, very good operator. W operator, W Klaus, you already know. Now, the next two operators on this list are literally my two favorite operators in this entire game. And before I name them, I officially have ran out of footage in the Black Ops 6 beta. All my archive footage that I had left over, I have no more of it because the beta is over and I can't even get new gameplay if I wanted it. So we just gonna have to sit here and look at A-Train and Firecracker in the select screen on MW3. But my next operator is the GOAT of all mini bosses and zombies, and that is Brutus, the Warden from the best zombies map of all time, which is Mob of the Dead. And man, I can't stress it enough how happy I am to see Brutus in this game because Mob of the Dead is literally my favorite map of all time. I remember playing it on the PS3 way back in 2013, bruh. Trying to find the plane parts. The crew on that map, I love the crew. One of my favorite crews in zombies history, like Sal, Finn, Billy, Weasel, all good. And I love how the Warden I love how he was associated with them as well. Like, he always talked about Weasel and Billy and Brutus. Oh my god, his voice lines in this game are top notch. It's exactly what you would expect to hear him say if he was like in multiplayer in Call of Duty, because he's just always talking about hell. He'll even mention Billy and Weasel. He always talk about the prison, and like he'll say stuff about like cell blocks, and it's like he's still stuck in Mob of the Dead. I'm like, dang. But Brutus, his voice is fire. Everything about him is just so top notch. His design, I love the electricity around him. I hope they add his OG fit for Mob of the Dead as a skin, because his fit in this game is not the original from Mob of the Dead, because you know he had like a little light on his chest in the original. So I hope they add his original outfit as a skin that you can purchase or something like that. That would be tough. It really would. But yeah, Brutus literally came from the greatest map of all time. So I'm probably gonna be using Brutus for a lot of this game's life cycle. I can't even lie. He's just that cool of a character. Like, who doesn't want to play as one of the greatest mini bosses in Call of Duty Zombies? But yeah, Brutus, one of the most goated operators in this entire game. Now, next up, we got my favorite operator from Cold War, and most likely my favorite operator in this game as well, and that is gonna be Helen Park. I'll go way back with Park, like ever since Cold War 2020. The second the game dropped, I hopped on Zombies, looked at the operators, saw that you had to exfil 3 times to unlock her, and that's exactly what I did within the next hour. And I unlocked her, and I literally used her for pretty much the entire game's life cycle. She was literally my main operator. I pretty much bought all of her skins. I remember I bought all of her skins except one. They had one skin that dropped way after this game life cycle was over with, so I didn't even really see the point in buying it. And it really wasn't even that good of a skin either. But I had all of her skins, bro. Like, she was literally like my favorite operator. Can't stress it enough. You can call me a simp or whatever, but she was literally like my go-to operator in Warzone too. I pretty much only use her in Warzone too. But I actually even replied to one of her Instagram posts saying she did an amazing job as Park in the campaign. I replied to her face model and her voice actor. And I went in replies and I was like, you did an amazing job as Park. You killed it. She was one of the best characters in Cold War. And she responded. She was like, she had a great time using her playing part, bringing the character to life. And you know, I was like, yes sir. Got the response. She know I exist, and I was like, this was way back, like 4 years ago or 3 years. But yeah, Park. So happy to see that she's back in this game. I'm probably gonna be buying all of her skins again, unfortunately, like I did in Cold War. Actually, you can look at my if you go on my channel and like go to my older videos, like Warzone 1 and Cold War, like she is literally like the only operator you will see me use in any of my old videos. And like I said, it's so good to have her back in this game. When I was making this list, I already knew she was gonna be number one. Like Park and Brutus, I'm gonna be using both of them operators for like this game's entire life cycle. So I hope they got a lot of skins coming, because I'm willing to buy them all. But Park, her design in this game is actually good too. I love the all black. I love the ponytail too. Like that she grew her hair out from Cold War. And her and Adel, I feel like they're gonna go rogue in this game, especially because of the outfit. So I don't know what's gonna happen in the campaign. I'm very curious, but we're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, that's my ranking of operators worst to best. I know y'all probably won't agree with every pick on this list. I know some of y'all favorite operators probably got like a lower spot than you would put them at, but I'm biased towards my favorite. But I've been talking for a minute, so leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know who y'all's favorite operator is in the comments. My two personal favorites, Park and Brutus, but I really ain't got much else to say. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. Yeah, and I'm out. Peace.